Speaking against the backdrop of a recent fire which left a young woman with extensive burns to which she later succumbed, Sylvan McIntyre, a trained emergency responder and former superintendent of police, is sharing some tips on how to deal with a burnt victim. The young lady sustained extensive injuries in a house fire in Montu, St. George, but in a video that went viral, no one was seen rendering aid. According to reports, the victim died from smoke inhalation and third-degree burns.
We have 3 levels of burns. One is a first degree where you may have the epidermis of the skin just removed a little bit of scar.
Yeah.
A second degree burn means that you've just gotten into the inner dermis and maybe a bit of the tissue would be damaged as well. When you have a third degree burn, it means that the subcutaneous tissues and the bones, the fire has gotten way down deep, right down into the depths of the tissue and muscles, etc. It means then that with that level of burn, life is severely threatened.
Mm-hmm.
And burn is, as what it says, it's as a result of heat, whether it is chemical or otherwise. And the process of dealing with that is to ensure that any person, they are cooled immediately.
McIntyre shared these tips on the type of action rescuers should take.
One of the things that one wants to do is that if somebody is taken out of a smoky condition, you want to ensure that they're brought into an air environment where the air is clearer, moved away from the area where it actually occurred. Second, if a person has any degree of burn whatsoever, the first intention is to be able to cool that person down. The area where the person has received the burn, the first thing is to use regular temperature water if it's a mild burn, and you increase the water to cool or even ice water. You regulate that by applying it in little spells. Mm-hmm. In the situation where we understand it was a third degree burn where most of the body mass was covered, the important thing to have done there was to have gotten a wet or cold blanket or something to wrap her, which I understood eventually was done. I'm not too sure whether or not they had it wet. Okay. But then the process of ensuring that person is cooled and kept really cool, reducing the level or the extent to which the burn will continue.
A widely circulated video of the female victim prompted her father to appeal for persons to refrain from doing so. McIntyre reminds individuals that such action is illegal.
The other aspect of it was the use of social media to publicize and to portray people. That is unacceptable, and it is also illegal. So we would want people to be a bit more conscious that they could be prosecuted for it. Yeah. And secondly, it is inhumane to do that. It is also not considerate for the family and the victims, the other types of victims, because you have the first victim, obviously, who was directly involved, and then the family and friends of the person, they would be also victims. You have to be very conscious of that, and I'm saying this is un-Grenadian-like for persons to try to propagate, and rather than trying to attend to life, trying to extinguish the fire or trying to get pictures that you can circulate to your friends. Yeah. This is totally unacceptable.
Christina John, GBN News.